If there's something that has been obvious since I started uploading on this channel, is that I do not like God. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but it is the truth. I do not like the creator of this place. That locust is afraid of me. Why is the locust afraid of me? It's because God ain't great. That is why. Listen, me not liking God has nothing to do with being a loser. Like many people will think. Like, oh, you're a loser. You can't get what you want out of life and you're blaming it on God. So you hate God. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with suffering. And people might think it has a lot to do with suffering because I talk a lot about suffering. Not really. I'm not totally against suffering like many people would think. You can find meaning in your own suffering. I'm only against suffering if it's totally unnecessary. There is necessary suffering in this unnecessary suffering. And that is what I've always had a problem with. It's when I'm able to say that, no, this is trash, right? There's no way I'll be able to justify this kind of suffering. So I don't hate God because I'm a loser. I'm not getting what I want out of life because of suffering. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with morality. Some people might think, oh, you hate God because he's good, right? And you want to be evil. You want to do these horrible things that he doesn't want you to do. Because of that, you hate him. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that at all. It has nothing to do with me being it has nothing to do with me being free, being a free spirit. It has nothing to do with not wanting to follow the rules. Some people might think I'm a Satanist. Oh, you love the devil. That's why it has nothing to do with that. I'm a very honest person, and I keep on telling you guys that I have not met anyone who's as honest as me, who really cares about the truth like I do. I haven't. Since I started to exist in this realm, I've not met anyone in person that I feel is really honest. Like, a lot of people are faking everything, bro. Like, they are trying to survive, and I don't consider that to be strength. I consider that to be weakness. I can do that too. I can be fake too. It's so easy to manipulate people. That's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, I can decide today, right now, that I want to manipulate people. I want to lie to people and get what I want out of life by manipulating. It's very easy, right? When you are real, you are making your life harder than it should be, because you're not going to get what you want out of life. Like, it's if you get what you want out of life, it's going to be by luck. If you're going to be an honest person, trust me, bro, it doesn't really work. So you have to be strong if you're going to be an honest person. In this place, if you're going to be an honest person, you have to be really strong. You be prepared to go, like, to experience nonsense. Like, be 100% prepared, because you will experience nonsense. A lot of people are fake, and they don't see when others are fake. They're so fake that fakeness is what this reality is about, right? So it's about who can fake it the most. It's about who can fake it and be more serious than everyone, so serious that it doesn't even seem like they're faking. But the whole thing is fake because everyone is fake. And if you're going to be real, you are the true villain. The true villains of this place are the ones who speak the truth. If you didn't know that, you should know now. The true villains of this place are the people who really speak the truth. Well, like, you know what, man, I'm done with the nonsense. I can understand that you all were acting, the whole charade thing. I get it, it's part of being a human. But I think it's a bit too much now, looking at what we're going through as a collective. So I'm going to be real. That's a villain. That's the one that everyone is going to hate. If you want to be hated for real, become real. Become a true villain. You're not a true villain if you're going to be robbing banks. That's not being a villain. If you're going to be breaking into people's houses, trust me, people can forgive you for that. People are not going to forgive you for being real. Unless you're going to change and be like, yo, me being real it wasn't even me being real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was possessed. Or, bro, they're going to like you if you're going to like say something like that. Like, yeah, I actually do believe in these religions. The reason why I pretend as if I don't is because I was being used by the devil. All of that. People are going to like you. Oh, I was misled, So I used to think life is this, life is that. They're going to like you. But if you're going to be real, if you're going to be like, okay, this is trash. Like, for real, this is trash. Let's stop justifying nonsense. Trash is trash. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stop it. It's not helping. It's not helping us lying to ourselves. It's not helping us lying to other people. This is trash. Yeah. Be prepared to be hated by the whole world. Be prepared to be hated by your parents. Be prepared to be hated by your siblings. Be prepared to be hated by your friends, your husband, your wife. It's how it works, People ain't real. People ain't having real conversations. People ain't coming up with real solutions. People hate real solutions. It's almost as if they like these problems that we're having. Because if you're going to come up with a real solution, they're going to hate you for it. That is why things are the way they are. That is why we've never been able to solve the main problems that we have as a collective. You might think that it's because it's difficult. It's not difficult. It's so damn easy. Solving these problems, we can solve the problems that we have today. In 2 hours, we can solve all the problems that we have in the world. Today, in 2 hours, if every person in here wanted us to solve the problems, but they don't. They think they do, but they don't. There's a reason why there's so much resistance when you speak the truth. It's because on a subconscious level, they don't want things to change. They want to keep on suffering. They want to keep on complaining. They want the game to be like this. So if you're going to speak the truth and be like, okay, this is nonsense, guys. Let us stop lying. They're going to hate you. I don't like the creator of this realm. I don't. And I don't think I'll ever do. I don't think me not liking the creator of this place has something to do with lack of understanding. Like, I don't understand the creator. That is why I don't like him. It has nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with lack of understanding. And I think it has a lot to do with understanding. Like, me understanding a lot of things that others don't understand. I think that is why I don't like the creator of this place. It's because I understand a lot of things that others don't understand. I'm too damn aware. I pay attention to everything. And I can see that something is not right. We can keep on pretending as if this is making sense. We can keep on pretending as if this is right, but I can see that something is not. It's not what it should be. If we are in a world that is actually good, I can tell that things are not what they should be. I mean, yeah, if we're in hell, this is exactly how things should be. Perfect hell. This is a perfect hell. A place that you don't really understand. A lot of things are happening, but most of the things that are happening are not even happening in your favor. You don't really understand what is going on. You can't justify this. You're confused, basically. You're like, why? Too many whys, zero answers. Yeah, perfect hell. Why do you gotta question everything and you don't get any answers? I'm talking about real valid answers here. I'm not talking about made up stuff that human beings like to believe. You know, it's like people like to believe made up stuff. What you must do, you gotta be a charismatic person and make things up and people are gonna like you. This is something that a lot of people don't realize. You like people and you like what they believe in only because you like them. That's it. If you don't like a person, you don't like what they believe in. Simple. So if you're charismatic enough, you can convince people for anything. It has to do with your own charisma. It has to do with this life loving you. And the more life loves you, the more you believe in things that don't really, like things that are questionable. Like you won't really care that much about the truth. I mean, yes, it's possible that if you are loved by life, and what do I even mean by being loved by life? Like a lot of people like you, a lot of people like they make things easy for you. Your relationships, they are working. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not considered a creep, you're not considered a weirdo. You are loved. You get what I'm saying? You are loved by people. People just love you. It's very easy for you to fall into a trap, you know, where you just believe that it means you're doing everything right. You know, you believing in a religion that you believe in, yeah, that's right, you know, and you're gonna be thanking the God that you believe in. Like, oh, God has loved me so much, God has blessed me so much, and you're going to start to feel like you're doing the right things without realizing that the real truth is that you are just loved by life. And you're not going to be asking yourself questions, and it's natural, and it's not a bad thing. It's totally understandable. Like if I'm in this room and everyone seems to like me, wherever I go, my relatives like me, they understand me. My friends like me, they understand me. My classmates love me, they understand me. My teachers love me. You know, I'm charismatic enough to influence a lot of people. So I'm going to try to influence them in a way that's going to make them like me more. So if I feel like I must preach to people, and that's what's gonna make, because a lot of things are happening on subconscious level. People don't even realize that. People don't even realize that they don't even care about the truth. They care about survival. You know, if what you really care about is people loving you, people supporting you, you're probably going to do things that are going to make people love you and support you more. That is happening on a subconscious level. Like truth doesn't matter. Like you're gonna hate someone for speaking the truth. You're gonna look at them and be like, "What the hell? Why is this person?" You know, like your problem against the truth isn't even gonna be about it not being true. Like you're gonna be like, what you're thinking is not true. It's not even gonna be like that. You just hate how the truth can actually destroy you. So you're going to be against it because of that reason and that reason alone. It's not because it's not true. It's because you understand that it threatens your own survival and you're trying to survive. So if you're loved by life, there's nothing to question. Why should you be spending your life asking a lot of questions? Life loves you. Why should you be trying to understand it? Like, it's totally understandable. That is why I'm not going to blame someone for choosing ignorance, you know? Like, if that's what's waiting for you, I'm not saying you must suffer like people who are trying to figure out what this is, people who are being real and that's how you must live your life. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if a person's going to be totally real, they're going to realize that there's something wrong with this reality. Right? That is what I'm saying. I'm saying that if life is working in your favor, you're going to think that there's nothing wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's human nature. Things are working out for you. Things are making... If there's a system that is unfair, but that is working in your favor, you're going to love the system. That is why people love corruption when it's working in their favor, right? They'll be against corruption if it's not working. Like, it's so easy to see corruption when it's not working in your favor. So weird that 2 days ago I saw a snake here and I was shaking. And now I'm just walking here as if I didn't see a snake. And Um, the only, maybe not the only time, but maybe the only time when I was recording and I saw a snake was here. Because I do remember it happening like last year, like a snake passed. Where it passed, so crazy. A lot of people don't realize they don't care about the truth. Like at all. They will hate you to death for speaking the truth. You become the villain of society for speaking the truth. For telling it like it is. Get used to it. Get used to the hatred. Drink water. Uh-huh. When I say I don't like the creator of this world, it has nothing to do with like pure hatred. Like I hate God. Like no. I have real reasons why. I see a lot of sentient beings suffering in this place that was not even created by them. So it feels more like a prison. It doesn't feel like a place where we are supposed to be free as sentient beings, where we are supposed to enjoy as sentient beings. It feels more like a prison than a place where people are free. A place where people are free to think what they think, to do what they do. It's a prison. It's a prison because society will be against you if you're not going to play by the rules. If you're going to be a bit different, society is going to punish you for that. Like, it's a prison on every level. If you're going to be a free thinker, you're going to realize that this is a prison. A lot of people don't even realize that this is a prison, and people are not even free thinkers. You are thinking exactly what this room wants you to think. You're thinking exactly what society wants you to think. So the society is not against you, so you're not realizing that this is a prison. But once you become a free thinker, you're thinking for yourself, you're different. You're not like everyone else. That's when you realize that, oh shit. It seems to me that when I think my own thoughts, I'm going to have a lot of problems in this place. But if I'm fake, somehow a lot of people love me. Somehow I get a lot of love for being fake. Why is that? If I'm fake, I'm getting a lot of love. If I'm going to be real, I'm going to have a lot of problems. Why is that? Why is everything upside down? You realize that you're not free. A lot of people don't even realize how unfree they are. Like, you're so used to your life that you think this is normal. Like, things should be the way that they are. You should not be free to speak your mind. You should be free to speak your mind. It doesn't matter where you speak your mind. You should be so free. It's your mind. It's your truth. But somehow you're going to get punished for speaking your truth. You gotta keep the facade going. You gotta lie. You gotta be a liar in order to get what you want out of life. If you are a good liar, you're getting a lot of things that you want. If you're going to be a bad liar, you ain't going to get a lot of things that you want. If you're going to be real, you ain't going to get a lot of things that you want. So it's going to seem like the reason why you hate this realm is because you don't get what you want, while the real truth is that you just don't like deception. And you not liking deception makes you real, and this world hates real people. I think this realm loves honesty. If you're gonna be an honest person, if you wanna be loved, if that's your highest priority, don't be super honest. If you're gonna be super honest, it creates and it's something that is true, whether we like it or not. You understand? Like intellectual, like if I'm going to be as honest as possible, I'm going to be hated. I'm not like in my own relationships. I'm gonna have problems. Like I kind of have to tell lies for people to be like, oh, that's a good person. Benedict, he's so great. He's always smiling, like he's never complaining about anything. He's never. If you're going to be real, then you see people's true colors. It's how it works in this realm. We don't like it. I don't like it. But it's how it works. And we can say it when we look at how things work. Like the biggest liars are the ones who are thriving. The biggest truth tellers are the ones who are hated. Ask yourself why. Those who are open, like, yo, man, you know what? I ain't gonna lie anymore. Those are the ones that I hated. If you're gonna speak the truth, it's like you have mental health issues. I remember I gave you this example on one of my videos. Like there's this, I think she's a Christian again. In fact, she's always been a Christian. But you know what she did? She's a gospel singer, very famous gospel singer in America. She started exposing a church. She went on live on Facebook. And she started telling the truth about her church, about a pastor, about the people in the choir. She went live and started telling the truth. The things that she was saying was making sense. She was saying stuff like, it's so bad that, like pastors are super rich while the members of their church, the people who are giving the money have nothing. All of that. Like she's speaking the truth. I mean, if my followers made me rich, I'm definitely giving back. Why not? Even if it has nothing to do with this God thing, like, yeah, God is good. Or even if it's not about it, I'm just going to look at the people who are supporting me like, oh, you're going through that? Because I can help, let me help. Because I can. I'm in a position to help, But they are trying to get as much as they can get. So from people, so this lady was saying that she's like, yo, the pastor is trying to get as much as he can get from poor people. These people have to give everything to this guy, and he's just saying he's gonna pray for them. He's not helping in a real way. She's mad, She speaks the truth. They made her apologize. They started to hate her. Some of them say she was depressed. She's like, but she's telling the truth. Are you telling me that being depressed makes you speak the truth? I don't know. Because she's being honest now. She's tired, She's no longer lying anymore. She's no longer lying anymore. But they made her apologize. She's back to singing gospel. And I think she went back to the same church. And she apologized. I'm like, does she feel better now? Where was all of that coming from? Was it random? Or she just decided to be real one day? She just woke up and be like, you know what, I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of this facade. I hate that being real isn't considered as a good, like, even if it seems like it's considered as a good thing, because people will tell you to be honest and be real, but if you're going to be honest and real, you're going to have a lot of problems, right? Like, people understand that honesty is important, but they don't like the honest truth about this place, so they will hate you for telling them the truth. That's what a lot of people don't realize. People don't like the honest truth about this place. Someone once said, don't hate the messenger. What did they say? Don't hate the messenger, hate the message, something like that, or hate who sent them. Who will hate you for speaking your truth? In fact, speaking the truth. Let me not even say your truth, but the actual truth, because truth does exist. People might say, nah, man, there is no truth. Everyone has their own truth and all of that. It's a lie. Truth does exist. Speak the real truth, be hated. Lie to everyone, be loved. If you want a large following, lie to everyone. If you want to be questioned, to be hated, to be misjudged, all of that, and then speak the truth. If truth matters to you a lot, you're not going to even mind the hatred. You'll be like, you know what, I'm going to speak the truth, even if I'm hated for speaking the truth, even if I'm hated for being real, right? What really matters to me is the truth. Truth is my highest value. So the world can say what it wants to say, but I'm still going to speak the truth. I'm still going to be real. I'm still going to be honest. Not everyone can be that way. Not in this realm. Very few people are that way. A lot of people don't realize that to them it's about survival. It's about what helps them survive. It's not about the truth. If I say this, how will it help my survival? That's how you be thinking, most of you. Like, how? If I say this, will it help my survival? Will it make it easy for me to survive? So you ask yourself before you say something if it's gonna help. Like, you don't ask yourself, is this the most truthful thing to say? You ask yourself, is this what I should say if I want to survive? If I really want to survive, should I say this? Like, ish. nah, man, this is too much. If I say this, I should be prepared to lose a lot of people. I should be prepared to be hated by a lot of people. So let me not say it. And you consider you being a real, like being real, right? Like, I'm real. No, you're not. You're trying to survive, right? And you think that is bravery, especially if you're benefiting. But really, the truth is, you are just trying to survive. And that's what a lot of people are trying to do. It's like you just have to figure out what to say, the right things to say if you want to survive. The right things, like things that are going to sit right with people. If you want to be loved by people, just try to figure out what you must say to them. That's all. If a person is toxic, they're really toxic and their family can see that they're toxic. And you also can see that by they're telling you that their family hates them, their family is bad and all of that. If you want to be loved by them, just tell them that their family sucks. That's it. Tell them what they want to hear. They will love you. Those who don't love, like those who truly care about them, will tell them the truth. Like, ish, man, I think your mother actually likes you and she's trying to, like, she wants what is best for you. Yeah, you're going to be hated. So some people have figured it out. They have to be fake. This reminds me of this episode from not from South Park, actually, Rick and Morty. So there were these alien parasites that were able to create memories that were not real. So they'll come into your life and create memories that are not real, and you'll think that they've been in your life all along, like they've done a lot of great things. So it got to a point where Rick's family didn't know who was real and who was not. Like, it got to a point where they didn't know who the real family was. Is my nephew real? Is my father real? Is my daughter real? Is my son-in-law real? Is my grandchild real? Like they had a lot of questions. But Mori realized something. He realized that the parasites couldn't create bad memories. Right? They were fake and they were creating fake memories, but they couldn't create bad memories. All the memories were good. So all they had to do was to figure out which people they've only had good experiences with, and they had to get rid of them, and it was hard. What I'm telling you is that the people who are always like making you happy all the time, they're saying what you want to hear, you think you're perfect, they're probably being fake. You're not perfect. You're far from it. Some people are going to tell you the truth, and you're going to hate them for telling you the truth. You're going to, like that person that you hate who speaks with a lot of passion. Yeah, that's probably the person who's actually right. But that person, no matter what you do, they're on your side. You're like, oh, this person is so perfect. No, they're not. They don't care about you. When shit hits a fan, like when you face real situations, they're going to leave. That's how it works. I've seen it work like that, like almost all the time. Be closer to those who criticize you the most if they're explaining why they're criticizing you. I'm not talking about like just like hate. There are some people who hate you no matter what, But there are some people who will tell you if you're wrong, who will tell you if you're not. Pay attention to them. They will tell you a lot of truth about yourself that you don't even notice. Like if God wanted to listen to someone, he had to listen to me. He has to listen to his biggest hater in the world, the biggest Gnostic in the world. He has to listen to me because I'm telling the truth about him, and he has to learn, he has to grow. If he wants to be good, if he wants to be good to everyone, if he wants to be fair to everyone. You can't be listening to those who are praising him 24/7. No matter what he does, they're praising him. Like, oh, they love me. Today, I've said it so many times that a lot of people who think they love God, if God lost all his powers, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Like seriously, and you think this is not true. They don't love God because they love God. They love God because he's powerful. That is why I don't know, man. Like I don't know how to tell you this. If you love God, I don't know how to make you understand what I'm telling you. Like it has nothing to do with him being right. You don't love God because you think he's right. It doesn't even matter to you. You love God because you think he's powerful. Whatever he says, go. Check the comments on Facebook. I remember there's this lady. In fact, she's the one that inspired this video. She said she hates God because he stole her mother when she needed her the most. She lost her mother. She's kind of messed up. You can tell that she's not okay. So yeah, she said that on Facebook. Oh, the comments. Hey, you're blaspheming. Because she said she hates God because he took her mother. I used to like you, but I don't like you anymore because you said it about God. What did she say about God? She just said she doesn't like God because of what he did. He took her mother. Oh, like they were judging her for feeling the way that she does. Some of them said she's gonna be punished for, like you can tell that it's not about God being right. It's like you can't even be angry sometimes. You can't be angry with God sometimes, or maybe all the time. You are wrong because you're angry. You must just take it. No matter what happens, have zero problems. No complaints, nothing. He can treat you however he wants to treat you. If he decides to fly the earth, it's all good. You must love him for it. He's right. He's always right. He can never be wrong. Agree with him even if you don't agree with him. Even if you can tell that he's wrong, agree with him. Even if what he's saying does not make sense, agree with him. Be fake. Because you're afraid of him. A lot of people don't love God. They just trying to survive, and they don't know that they don't love God. On Facebook, be like, yo, like this post, otherwise you don't like. It's fear. If you don't like this post, something bad is gonna happen to you. Fear. If you speak bad about God, something bad is gonna happen to you. Fear. It has nothing to do with them loving and agreeing with God. A lot of people who say they believe in God, they don't even agree with him. That is why when bad things happen, they'll be crying. Be like, why, God, why? But they're afraid. So they will say God is always right. Knowing damn well that what happened is super horrible and it doesn't make any sense. It's humans. They're living in fear. They're afraid. So when they see someone like me who's not afraid to speak their minds, they have to judge. They have to judge this kind of person. Like how? How is this person so free to speak their minds? I didn't know this was possible. They see what they hate in themselves in me. Because they feel the way that I feel, but they hate that feeling because they're afraid. They're afraid of, like, like being exposed one day, like that truth about themselves being exposed one day. I saw them afraid, and they look at me and they're like, "Ish, this person is exposing me." Like they take it personal sometimes. People don't even realize they hate the truth. They think they love the truth. I hope you find a peace of mind in this lifetime. I've been my soul and now I'm free. We may not know which road to take. Actually, they say, we may not know which way to take on this dark road. All of these souls make it difficult. We may not know which road to take. We may not know which way you take on this dark road. It's life, isn't it? Like, you don't know which road to take. You don't know if you are on the right path. You don't know if there is such thing as the right path. The road is dark. Nothing is clear. And it's all because of the creator. It's all because of the creator of this place. There's no certainty. There's no guidance. Like, you just do things that you don't even understand. And sometimes we become very serious, you know? We become so serious about things that we don't even understand. Like, you're so serious. It's weird, man. This experiment that we're a part of is just weird. I don't think there's a person who's going to reach a high level of consciousness and end up agreeing with God, end up agreeing with the unknown. With what we think has created this. Like, a lot of things are wrong with reality itself. I don't think if we had the power to create a simulation, we'll create this. Or people would want to be part of a simulation like this. If they told you everything about it, that it's not going to be fair. You know, you could be born in poverty. You can end up being born in poverty and have to deal with that. You could end up being born with a disease that you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your life. You could be born in a place where, like, you don't really fit in, or you'll be judged and all of that. I don't think people will agree. Like, yo, I want to be in that simulation. I think a lot of people will feel like the whole thing is unfair. It will be much easier for people to see how unfair everything is. But now, because this is life, we're not able to see life from outside the box. We're looking at life from within. within life, basically. Like, we're part of life. We can't zoom out and actually see life for what it is. That is why, you know, when they make these illustrations where they're showing maybe rats entering a train, that's when you see that no, something is not right, you know. When they show you, like, you using like cartoons to show you how the real world is like, you see that it's not, because they're able to make you zoom out. It's like now you're not longer looking at life from the perspective of someone who's experiencing it. It's kind of like you are no longer part of it, and now you're seeing it for what it is. You may not know which road to take. You may not know which way to take on this dark road. You don't know. We don't know what we're doing, and it's so funny that we pretend as if we do. Like, every person that you meet pretend as if they know what is going on. But if you ask anyone what they're doing, they can't tell you. I mean, they can tell you like the minor things that they're doing that are just to distract themselves. They can tell you these things, but I'm talking about serious things. They can't tell you, like, they can't tell you what they're doing in life, basically, like what the whole thing is about. We are busy every day, but we don't really know what we're doing. Whose fault is it? Is it our fault or it's God's fault? When you think about it, you realize that the one that you blame for the creation is the creator. Blaming the creation will be like if you made a song that is not good and you hate, like, you blame the song for not being good. The song can't make itself, right? The song can't make itself. The song was made by another person. We didn't make ourselves. We didn't make ourselves to be this way. It's so weird how we demonize one another for being the way that we are, as if we made ourselves. We didn't. We just found ourselves in this thing called life that we don't really understand, you know. So if life is bad, who do we really blame? Do we blame those who are part of it, who found themselves in this world? Are those the people that we blame? Or we blame the creator, or create the one who created the game? When you think about it, people are just trying to avoid pain. People are just trying to avoid suffering. And sometimes, because of the way the game has been created, sometimes to avoid suffering, people find themselves hating others. Find that they're in a position where it's very difficult for them to run away from suffering without hating others. Some people are too poor that they feel that they must steal from others in order to survive. So they're hating others in order to survive. Some people, they desire to be rich, so they feel like they must be corrupt. They see opportunities in corruption. You know, who do we really blame? Why do we even want to be rich? Why do we want to be better than everyone? Why can't we make ourselves want things that we want? Like, why should we not be able to make ourselves want things that we want to want? Not to just randomly like want things, you know? Or just find ourselves wanting things without even knowing why we want these things. If I don't feel like I must want power, why can't I just be like, I don't want to want power, and then I don't want power? If I want to find joy in breathing, why can't I just choose to find joy? I just decided, you know what, today I want to be joyful. Let me find joy in breathing, and I start to breathe deeply, and I enjoy breathing. But it's not like that. People are dying from boredom. They're bored. Who do we really blame? Thank you all guys for watching this video until the end. Thanks for every like, for every comment. Thank you for supporting this channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Let us keep on growing. Let's grow together. Thank you, guys.